welcome back to Kim's Homestead, and we're back in the kitchen again. So I thought I'd bring to you an old favourite recipe of mine, and that's toad in the hole. I don't know whether anybody has ever made it like this before or what they call it, but my mother always called it toad in the hole, so that's what I've always called it as well. This recipe is really very good if it's Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day. But also if you've been to or had a barbecue, and you know, you get a lot of different meats left over from barbecues, chops and sausages and steak and hamburgers and all of that, and sometimes you really don't know what to do with it. Sometimes you may have leftovers from a roast. It may not be enough to go around a full feed again if you cook it up. And this is a good way of stretching it a little bit further and sort of making a whole new meal out of meat that's already cooked and that may not stretch to a full family's feed, but there's a little bit too much there to throw away. Also, you can stretch this meal out a little bit further. You can add cooked vegetables. If you've got leftover mashed potatoes or pumpkin, leftover vegetables such as peas, carrots and corn, any cooked onions, especially some cooked onions, that'd go really well. You can add it all to this meal and you can bulk it up that way and really make it stretch out. So what do you need with this? Well, obviously you need some cooked meat. Now, I don't have any cooked meat at the moment, so what I do have is some sausages that I'm going to cook up to use as my cooked meat tonight. I don't have any leftover vegetables, so it will just be the meat tonight, so I can show you a fairly basic toad in the hole, and you can zhuzh it up any way that you like. So what else will you need? Well, you'll need a good size mixing bowl for a batter. You will need some salt. Ding, round one. Oh, round two. And you will need some lard. You can use butter if you want, but I've always found a good lard that you have used in your roast, excellent for this. Especially if you have any lard that you've made, say, a pork roast, or you've got bacon lard, any lard at all really. I find old lard is the best because it actually has a lot more flavour than lard that's just been taken out from the meat, fresh lard. Anyway, so that's what you'll need as well. And I'm also going to be using self-raising flour. Now you can use plain flour if you wish. Just add a leavening agent such as your baking powder, probably not too much baking soda. You can add a little bit of that to give it a bit more fluff. You can use pancake mix if you've got that. I don't mind the pancake mix, but it actually makes quite a very light batter, and I don't like it quite that light. But I have used it in the past and it's turned out really nice. Another batter that I've found recently is where you find the pancake batter and the cake mixes and so forth, is a savoury vegetable batter. It's like a pancake batter, but it has herbs and vegetables all in it, and it makes a very nice savoury, like a pancake out of it. Once again, like the pancake batter, it makes a very light mix, so if that's what you like, use that. I quite am used to a slightly heavier mix, so I use the self-raising flour. It will give it enough height without making it really light. Anyway, enough yabbering on, and we'll get to cooking these sausages. Now I'll bring you back when these are all cooked and we're ready to chop up. Okay, while we're waiting on those sausages being finished, I thought we'd start with the batter. Very easy, very simple, a very basic batter. So what I have here is the self-raising flour. Now I don't really go by recipe here, I just go by feel and the size of the baking tray I'm going to be using. One of my favourite things to do is actually put it into those cupcake moulds and have these as a ready-made lunch or breakfast on the go. They're great for that. You can either eat them cold or warm them up. Little bit of sauce and she's ready. Okay, I think yeah. I actually think that's enough flour for the moment. I can always add to it later if necessary. Right, what I'm going to do now is add the lard. As you can see, it's a good lard that's been well used. It's now time for its second life. That knife is not doing it good. There we go. There's a lot of flavour in this. There we go. And a little bit of salt. That'll help to bring out the flavour. And all I do is just work it in like you would butter until you get like a mix that looks like biscuit crumbs. So just work it into the flour. Probably an easy way to do this would be stick it in your stand mixer, and it would soon crumb up very quickly, but I'm old-fashioned and I just use my hands. I had these long before I had a stand mixer. And there we go. And that's what you're looking for. A nice crumb mix. Then, now at this part you can add beef stock, you can add milk. I've got some chicken stock here that needs to be used up, so that's what I'm going to use. And the rest I'll use milk. So I just have that the long life full cream milk. Needs a bit more there, so I'm going to add water. Now see how it's the good consistency of like a cake batter. That's what you want. Right, I'll just put this aside and wipe up my mess. Okay, so here I have, oh, I suppose it's a high-sided 9 by 13 dish, roughly. Now I'll take some of this lard and I'm just going to grease the inside of it. Give it a good smear. There we go. And now all I do is chop these. Actually, I've got an easier way. They don't have to be hot. You can use cold meats, as in cold sausages, cold chops, cold steak, pork, chicken, anything you like. Oh, escapade. You nearly got away. There we go, that one's done. Just give this another quick little stir. Now you can see if you've got any of the leftover veggies or other meats, as many meats as you want. That's why it's good for this recipe. Helps to stop wastage, and in these times, who can afford to waste good food? Just brush it out to the edges. And pop this in your oven. It's going into a 190-degree oven for about 35 minutes. Well, here we are. It's all cooked. That's taken probably an hour and a half. I probably put a little bit too much batter in that one, but it'll go down nicely anyway. So I'll get it out of the oven and dish it up. So here it is. Doesn't that look beautiful? Scrum-diddly-umptious. Now you can tell it's cooked because when you place a skewer in the centre of it, it comes out nice and clean. So I'll just get my plate. There we go, and I'll just cut off a piece. First piece is always hard to get out, isn't it? And there we go. Very nice. Now that, some veggies and a little bit of sauce. Yummo. Now the good thing about this is, it's good to have it cold. You can have it for your lunches, you can have it as a breakfast to go, you can freeze it, you can do a lot of things. Heat it up again for the next night for tea, which is what I'll probably be doing for tomorrow night. So, I hope you've enjoyed this little video of putting together a very nice economical meal ready for yourself and your family. So if you like this video, please think about giving me a thumbs up, and if you like the content, please think about subscribing And if you do, press that little button on the top, and every time I put out a video, you'll get a notification. And for all you mothers out there, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Alright, so from Kim, catch you next time. Bye for now.